Minister, how are you?
Welcome.
It's not even snow, it should be snow, but it's not. The perfect weather yesterday in Malta, 22 degrees.
And here today, 22 degrees.
22 as well.
Dear friends, it is with great pleasure that I welcome to Cyprus my good friend and excellent colleague, Angelo Gar. Angelo and I have been eager to exchange visits, and so I'm very pleased to host him, and I'm very much look forward to my visit to Ljubljana the soonest possible. As Slovenia prepares to assume the presidency of the Council of the European Union in the second half of 2021, during these peculiar and challenging circumstances created by the pandemic that call for a European solidarity and resilience, Ange's visit is both timely and valuable. Slovenia and Cyprus joined the European Union together in 2004, two like-minded countries, members of the big European family, with common approaches, common values that see eye to eye on an array of issues on the European Union agenda. During our deliberations today, we had the opportunity to review issues across the spectrum of our bilateral relations. We noted with satisfaction that our cooperation is at a high level, with increased bilateral exchanges, particularly since the signing 3 years ago of the renewed Memorandum of Understanding on political consultations between the two ministries. With that as our springboard, we are moving towards further enhancing our dialogue, setting it on a regular basis so as to foster synergies and increase cooperation in areas such as education, culture, tourism, business and trade. We of course exchange views on current pressing issues on the European Union agenda, focusing on European Union-Turkey relations, migration, as well as the pandemic. And we also discuss regional and international developments of common interest. Anje informed me of Slovenia's interest to join the Med7 framework. This is certainly an issue that we will be discussed in the forum by all 7 member states. But what I can say is that Cyprus sees the merit and the value of Slovenia joining the forum, and we fully support such development. Dear friends, I had today also the opportunity to express Cyprus' appreciation for Slovenians' unwavering support in our efforts to reunite Cyprus in a bizonal, bi-communal federation through a comprehensive settlement in line with the UN Security Council resolutions. I brief Ange on the current state of play in the UN Secretary General's efforts to resume negotiations, and I reiterate our readiness to continue negotiations on the basis of the UN Secretary General, the existing convergences, and the joint declaration of February 2014, while at the same time express my hope that the same level of commitment will be displayed by all parties involved. Ange fully understands the importance of ensuring that the comprehensive settlement must be in line with the UN Security Council resolutions, the UN Charter, EU law, values and principles, and that a reunited Cyprus must be a functional state, a viable member state of the European Union, and a stable and reliable actor in its region. A modern European state, not tied back by anachronistic systems and structures that have no place in the 21st century. We also agree that as we strive for the meaningful process, it is very important to impress upon everyone involved the need to refrain from illegal actions and provocations that pose the risk of derailing efforts. And we believe that the European Union has a special role in this regard. Dear friends, I would like to take this opportunity to publicly thank Slovenia and Ange personally for the solidarity consistently displayed by Slovenia, not only in words, but in action, for the clear positions they have articulated on the need for the European Union to act appropriately and effectively when its member states are facing external threats and challenges, and in defending member states' sovereignty and sovereign rights. Dear Ange, in welcoming you once again, rest assured that this excellent level of cooperation will continue, enhancing it even further ahead and during Slovenia's upcoming presidency of the Council of the European Union. Cyprus will fully support the Slovenian presidency that I'm certain will be based on transparency, openness, and sensitivity to the position and concerns of all member states. Thank you. Please.
Thank you, Nikos. I'm very glad today to be here in Nicosia. We headed to the Mediterranean tour. We visited Malta and now Cyprus. We had an excellent talk. Actually, we ran out of time, so we'll continue during the lunch. And I'm definitely stating once again that small member state should cooperate thoroughly in order to, let's say, upgrade the issues that are on our agenda, very important, but for some other state might not be very important. And with the help with that, I think we can make some further improvement on the issues that are important for us. I'm very glad that we hear a strong support from Cyprus to our wish to join Mediterranean Club. Slovenia is a Mediterranean country, and with that we have many things in common, and as well many views in common. And with upgrading our group, it's as well having stronger voice within the European Union, which is important because there are some issues that are, you know, like specific for the Mediterranean state, and some other state might not be so interested in it. I have a very, let's say, interesting discussion on the bilateral cooperation. Nikos presented many fields that we can enhance our cooperation, and I look forward in a strategic dialogue to discuss on further cooperation in that sense. And I think we will, in a year or so time, have an important improvement on this kind of concrete relation between our two countries. Discussion was as well focused on the dealing with the COVID issue. I must say that I admire your, let's say, policy towards, let's say, framing the spread of the virus. The situation in Slovenia is very tough, but steadily is improving. We were joking among us that if such measure would be in Slovenia, I don't know how difficult we would be to perform everyday political issues. So it's much to learn from you, I must admit. But I hope so that we will, in due course, with the help of a vaccination strategy, overcome this, and that our presidency will be again back the presidency as normal, that we will meet in person and not via audio-video conference. And this is one of the main issue that we were talking today regarding priorities of Slovenian EU presidency. I presented what we want to have on the table during our presidency. The question of crisis management is one of the most important one, and as well the crisis management on the field of either cybersecurity and as well on health. And I count on support of Cyprus interlocutors in all forums where we will open this debate. Well, as well, one of the main questions will be the new asylum and migration directive. Cyprus is on a front line, and as that, I think we have to hear the voice of you and incorporate this voice in drafting the final solution that will be acceptable for all 27 member states. It's in a way a hot potato, but definitely we have to tackle this, and during our presidency we will do our utmost in order to find the comprehensive directive that will respond to the challenges that are in that field ahead of European Union. With this issue, we as well talked about other main question that will fall during our presidency, is the question of the future of Western Balkan countries. I presented the strategy we have had, and I think with a very prudent approach we will be able to achieve some realistic step forward. That's why we intend to organize EU Western Balkan Summit during our presidency. And at the same time, I reiterated the need for profound and very active dialogue with our transatlantic partner, with the United States. So we hope that in due course in this year that we will meet on the EU top level with the United States. There were many other questions regarding the enhanced cooperation on the sport, as well on the question of water diplomacy, but I guess we will discuss this further on during the lunch, so I look forward for this discussion. I once again invite Minister to Slovenia, that we meet there. You said that you intend to come with Chief of Chambers of Commerce. I think this is a very good initiative, and I think that small member states can punch above our weight if we cooperate and we act jointly, and I look forward for further cooperation with Cyprus. Thank you very much. Thank you.